welcome to The Narrowing Path, Walking the Spiritual Walk. My name is Steve Van Eierstein, and thanks again for joining me. I'll be going ahead and reading the daily meditation, the daily reading from James Allen, and I'll go ahead and give my observations or what I related to from the reading after I read it. And again, this is fresh to you and fresh to me. I haven't read this before, so we're going to get a genuine reaction, which is it's pretty cool. I've enjoyed actually doing it this way, so you can see what comes right off the top of my head with everything. And we'll go ahead and get going here. This is January 6th. The lover of the pure life renews his mind daily. As an energetic man of business is not daunted by difficulties, but studies how to overcome them, so the man of ceaseless aspiration is not crushed into submission by temptations, but meditates how he may fortify his mind. For the tempter is like a coward. He only creeps in at weak and unguarded moments. The tempted one should study thoughtfully the nature and meaning of temptation, for until it is known, it cannot be overcome. He who is to overcome temptation must understand how it arises in his own darkness and error, and must study by introspection and meditation how to disperse the darkness and supplant error by truth. A man must know himself if he is to know truth. Self-knowledge is the handmaid of self-conquest. Engage daily in holy meditation on truth and its attainment. And wow, what a massive reading that was. Just so substantial. Everything about this I love. It's there's so much truth. There's so much I relate to in this. Honestly, how he talks about how temptation is like a coward and it creeps in at our weakest moments. That's the truth when I'm most tired, when I'm hungry, when I'm frustrated, stressed, overwhelmed. That's when these little ideas creep in. That's when these thoughts of what he would be referring to as sin show up, right? Like this is, that's when I get restless. That's when I get irritable. That's when I get discontented. That's when I get, that's when I start seeking a feel good or relief. And that's when I can make bad decisions. And it doesn't have to be anything substantial or so detrimental maybe as drugs and alcohol for a guy like me. But it could be anger. It could be self-pity. It could be depression. It could be so many things that it could manifest as, and that's the truth of it. And those are the times where I have to be aware of how I operate in those instances and how I behave honestly. And take an honest look at myself, the honest appraisal of ourselves. So we know what our tendencies are when we're under stress or when we're going through something and where we can fall down. Everyone has their own behavioral patterns, their own way things start showing up, and the perspective that they have when those things happen. So that last line in engage daily in holy meditation on truth and its attainment. And then the one before that, a man must know himself if he is to know truth. Self-knowledge is the handmaid of self-conquest. That has been my direct experience. Once I know how I operate, and at least in a larger capacity, I can be more mindful of things and change, but the self-awareness has to be there. And sometimes I need help from other people, sometimes I need help from other people in my life and to help me recognize these patterns. And I need the accountability sometimes externally to me. And with that, I get to grow and work through these things. He says, the tempted one, meaning myself, should study thoughtfully the nature and meaning of temptation. For until it is known, it cannot be overcome. Until you know how you tick, until you know what are your biggest stressors almost, or your the things that drive you to commit your sin, as it would talk about here, or and to succumb to temptation, maybe is a better way to say it for this reading. You don't know how to sidestep it, because in my own personal experience, I've done this, and I've like, why did I get so angry? What is this affecting? What is, why am I in self-pity right now? These types of things are crucial that I had to take a look at, and I look at these things, and because I got something out of it. I felt powerful, or I felt helpless and hopeless in desperation, and self-pity, and I could and with that I could justify absconding from all my responsibilities and play the victim, and I don't need to do that anymore. So I have because of that introspection, and that look at myself, I'm able to understand where it can take me, but more so how it starts. Those are the things I need to be aware of, and a lot of times I need to ask for help during certain situations, and to be able to grow through things, and that I'm grateful for, to have that willingness today. So meditation has been a massive part of my journey in this new life that I have, and I'm extremely grateful for it. I believe later on I'll talk a little bit more about meditation, and there's a lot out there on it, so I won't stay too much about that for this reading. But meditation has been crucial for me. So thank you all for joining me again today. It was a fantastic reading, and I hope you got as much out of it as I did. And we'll come back again with this tomorrow. Until next time.